All right, and we are back for another reaction. And today we are continuing the Does It Hold Up series, a series where we revisit all the anime that I ever saw in the order that I saw them, starting from the first anime that I ever saw to wherever I think is a good stopping point. So we've done the first anime I ever saw, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or maybe this is the sixth. I don't really know. I'm very bad at keeping track of names and all that kind of stuff. But today we are going to be reacting to Madoka Magica, which is a series that I saw after what was Haganai, Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. Dude, like that's just ingrained into my brain. That dude, that was like my first favorite series. Um, so after I checked that out, after I binged that, I went back to the pirate site that I used to use when I first got into anime, and I just clicked a random letter, and I jumped to M, and one of the names was Madoka Magica. Had no idea what that was. I was in that phase where I'm just like, man, all anime is good. Let me let me watch all anime, and I did really end up liking the series. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see like my Homura, my double Homura thing there, and I also have like the Aniplex special edition releases of the first season, and I think there's only one season. But yeah, so I was like super into it. One thing is though, I am expecting. So the point of the series is to see if like the first episode of these series that I fell in love with or that I watched are they withstood the test of time and you can like readily recommend it to people these days with current anime going on. One thing that I'm expecting with this one is for it to not hold up because I do remember being very bored with the first one, two, maybe two and a half episodes until the mommy thing happens. Come on, the mommy thing, right? The mommy thing. Um, and that's when like I got super so that's when I got super interested into that. Um, this was like a dark take, supposed to be like a subversive take on the magical girl genre. And me, I had not been exposed to the magical girl genre. Like I had seen, inklings of Sailor Moon and inklings of Cardcaptor Sakura, but I didn't know they were, magical girl stuff. So this kind of like any sort of subversion is totally missed. Was totally missed on my first viewing. It kind of like went over my head. I because I had nothing to compare it to, right? And so I was like basing it strictly on like what is it doing? Like, is this entertaining? Are the characters entertaining? Like, is this world interesting? All that kind of stuff. And I remember being like super bored and super confused as to why everything was made of glass. And that's one thing that stuck by. I was like, why is everything made of glass in this world? I don't know if everything actually was made of glass. That's just like a thought that I remember like being super significant in my head as I was watching it. So I'm kind of expecting it to not hold up as far as like episode one goes. Um, but that doesn't mean that the rest of the series isn't good. It's just like I remember it just being like a huge hurdle to sit through before it finally got interesting. But let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump right into it. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, hopefully I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. All right, but let's find out right now. What this is going to be episode one, season one of Madoka Magica. Let's go. Okay, so immediately just by seeing the curtains go up, I'm trying to remember the name of the what are they called again? Again, like for those who don't know, I'm coming back in anime after a humongous break. The house that created this or that did the animation for this, they're just like super out there. And you could tell like right away, like by how everything's laid out. Front did Sakura dirty, but it could be that Sakura was just asking for it. Looks I don't again, why is everything made of glass? Jeez. Just make the floors out of glass if you're gonna go that far. it is so like try hard uh for Sakura to go to a legit vinyl store. They're so few and far between, and they serve like no purpose. Like as an audiophile, I know they serve no purpose anymore. Um, but she's just trying to like be high school and deep and be like, hey, guy who's into music, I'm super deep into music too. And so I do like that touch. I really do like that touch, yeah. Okay, ain't no damn way Homura. God, what? The finishing touch. Ain't no damn way someone as powerful as Homura would be affected by that. Um, by a witch territory for sure, but not by like a fire extinguisher. What the freaking Sakura just like, yeah, and take the. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, why would Sakura spray Homura with extinguisher? Homura didn't have a weapon. Homura probably has a bone to pick with you at this point.
I won't mind if you take it this time, but I still have work to do here. You don't understand, do you?
Oh, fuck
I've
off,
given you everything you
mommy.
need.
Homura could ice your ass, dude.
Honestly, don't you
I
think
think
it's
this would be the
time
best
for
time to
you
do it,
to
actually. You've seen mommy's like reactions in the past. This would be the best damn time. Oh, dang it, man. Plot convenience. Ah, I'm noticing so much of that in this episode. So much plot convenience.
Whoa,
Oh
hey!
my god.
I don't know her names.
Oh, sorry.
Did you ever to ask
I
her
was calling
name?
her Sakura the whole time. Her name is
I want you to
Sayaka.
unfreeze
Sayaka.
and become
Right,
magical.
and that was episode one of Madoka Magica, which is, I believe, episode six of Does It Hold Up? And yeah, I mean, I don't know. So one thing I try to do with these Does It Hold Up reactions is I try to like not base my assumption on what I know is going to happen in the future episodes. And I know I was doing a lot of that where I was just like, oh, I know this is going to happen, or I wonder how this holds up with what's going to happen. I wonder if they explore this later in the bits that I don't know. But at the same time, I was keeping like a tab on just like that's kind of just like me knowing, right? Ultimately, I would have to say this does not hold up. Um, unfortunately, right? Because for those of us who know Madoka Magica, we know that like it it it, it is kind of a slow burn. It is a slow burn, but like the payoff at the end is kind of worth it subjectively because like it is a lot to sit through. Right? It's just like a super, super slow burn, and so I don't know if I can, like, readily recommend it to, like, a new person that's coming into anime, like, "Oh, this series is so hype. This series is so interesting." And then they kinda see, like, nothing going on. Like, for me, it was cool, because, again, this was, like was it, like, episode 5? Or, I'm sorry, was it the 5th or 6th series that I watched? So I was just kinda, like, still getting introduced to the medium of anime in general, and it's just like so much cooler than American animation. Like the entire time I was like, wow, that never happened in Dexter's Laboratory. Like just like the fluid animation and shit like that. And so I was just kind of like enthralled in it. But if I were to be like completely honest, if someone came to me and like, hey, um I'm trying to get an anime, would you recommend Madoka Magica? I would say, unfortunately, no, because it takes so long to get there. I know they're probably gonna drop it before they get to like the point where they get invested in the characters or the world or the plot. Um, and I just kind of it sucks because like again, I have my Homura figure there. I have like the limited edition videos over there. And so I'm like super into this series, man. But at the same time, I can't like be fake. I can't like lie. I would not recommend this series to anyone who's just getting into anime. Um, at this point, I feel like there might be better series, or there probably are better series if you're trying to get them into the magical girl thing. Um, Honestly, some people don't like it. I loved it. I actually saw this series like 3 times in a row. Um, if you're trying to recommend a magical girl series to newcomers, I would probably recommend Magical Girl Raising Project instead of Madoka Magica. This probably was super nuanced and super like out of nowhere at the time, but again, we're judging these series like, do they stand the test of time? And I do not think Madoka Magica does, honestly, which sucks because I love the series so much. But again, I'm not gonna bullshit anybody, right? So yeah, that will do it for this episode of Does It Hold Up? Please like and subscribe for more reactions. I also react to other anime series, shows, movies that I'm watching. If that's not a thing, I also stream regularly on Twitch at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you need some background noise while you do chores, homework, or try to figure out why this guy is roasting Madoka Magic, um, I'm very good at talking to myself. But if this is all you see of me, my name's Adam. There's a achievement machine, and as always, steal credit cards, hurt your loved ones, plant some flowers. Until the next time, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.